So Blizzard released the final pre-Battle for Azeroth comic. This one details the reunion between the three Windrunner sisters. So Illyria Windrunner, Sylvanas Windrunner, and Verisa Windrunner. This comic definitely takes the cake for important information out of the three, and you'll probably see why if you really read it. So unless you want to be spoiled for it without reading it first, I recommend you read it first. To start, the comic centers around Illyria and Turelion in the Valley of Heroes. You can go in-game and see them talk about stuff. All you gotta do is go over by Illyria's statue and they're just standing right there. I'm pretty sure after you've killed Argus they're there, maybe. Though they could be there if you haven't killed Argus, I have no clue. But basically, Illyria wants to reunite with both of her sisters together. She's only seen Verisa, she has not seen Sylvanas, she has only heard about Sylvanas and how she's basically become War Chief of the Horde. Now, during this sequence, we see the two, Illyria and Turelion, they share a moment together. They look into each other's eyes, and during this moment, we get a realization. The Void is constantly whispering to Illyria, trying to make her turn on her friends, and we see, the Void be like, "You should kill him," being all Emperor Palpatine to basically Illyria. If there's a big thing to take away from this is that could be pretty big going into Battle for Azeroth, knowing that the Void is whispering to her constantly, especially with all the talk of old gods and all that. So there might definitely be something here. We'll just have to see. Really, I believe that this means that Illyria, who has been ignoring these whispers, she can easily turn on her friends as she can ignore it. And so Illyria leaves, and we tune in to Verisa and her kids in Dalaran. Verisa's kids ask why their aunts can't come to Dalaran, and, well, then they start arguing. One calls Sylvanas evil, the other warns the first that if he calls everyone evil, they'll show him how evil they can be. Verisa breaks up the argument, telling the two that they are brothers, and one day they will only have each other. Foreshadowing? Maybe, I don't know, maybe. But then Verisa departs for Eversong, where she meets up with Illyria, and from there they both discuss things, especially about Illyria's power. We then see the Void whisper to Illyria again, telling her to kill Verisa, and that she is the true heir of Silvermoon, and that she should take the crown for herself. Now, of course, Illyria ignores them, but she does say that she's quieted the voices and sifted out the lies. I think that's a lie, because she's definitely still getting these whispers. Maybe she can see past the whispers and see that they're just nothing but lies. But for Verisa, she doesn't know any better, and so she believes Illyria. Verisa then reflects on the novel War Crimes, where she and Sylvanas nearly killed Garrosh together, but she decides not to in the end, and abandons Sylvanas. This is around the time that, speak of the devil, Sylvanas shows up. Her appearance startling Illyria. This is the first time Illyria has seen Sylvanas, and well, I mean, if my sibling was dead and they looked all rotted and weird, I'd probably be pretty weirded out too, and I'd be probably pretty scared. The Void then whispers to Illyria again, telling her of her sister and how she is a danger to literally everyone and everything, not only to just the sisters, but practically everyone and everything, including the Void, on Azeroth. Of course, in the end, Illyria just ignores them. The sisters then go off talking about the land, their past, and they kill some undead and the scar left behind by Arthas. They then make their way to their old home, Windrunner Spire, and on the way, Sylvanas recommends that they play a game. They play the game One is a Lie, where you tell two truths and a lie. Illyria states that her three choices are, I have missed you both terribly, so she has missed both her sisters terribly. The power of the Void is a gift, and she has no regrets stepping through the dark portal. Verisa states that her three choices are, I believe the Blood Elves can be redeemed, I have finally made peace of Ronin's passing, and I fear I will lose you both forever. And Sylvanas' three are, I wish at times I were alive, I am proud to be War Chief, and I will never betray you, my sisters. Along the way, they begin to argue after slaying some spirits. It is here that the Void whispers to Illyria again, telling her to kill her sister. And it's almost as if she nearly listens, but is stopped by Verisa, who plays the middleman, or the middle card, or the middle woman, I guess you could say. She states that both Sylvanas and Illyria, who are arguing, are her heroes, and that they shouldn't lose everything again by just bickering and possibly killing each other. Then they arrive at Windrunner Spire, and they tell each other what their 3 lies were. Verissa states that she hasn't moved on from Ronan's death. Illyria states that the Void isn't a gift, and Sylvanas refuses to answer. They then go their separate ways, but not before Verissa apologizes to Sylvanas for leaving her during Garrosh's trial. We then see Illyria and Verissa depart, leaving Sylvanas to herself, who's actually seen caring in this moment. And as Sylvanas leaves the spire, her Dark Rangers appear, questioning why her queen didn't give them the order to kill her sisters. From this, we know Sylvanas' lie. She would betray her sisters, but she didn't. Sylvanas states that she'll allow them to live a little longer and let them cling to sorrow, because in the end, all will serve her. Now, I believe that Sylvanas meant for this to be a lie, and that was going to be her whole ploy, but in the end, she ended up telling 3 truths. She does care for her sisters, so much so, in fact, that it is practically her weakness. And I believe this, along with the Void's constant whisperings to Illyria, will be influential in the plot going forward in Battle for Azeroth. Perhaps Illyria will get taken by the Void, and only together, through both factions, will the other 2 sisters be able to save her and possibly the planet, thus bringing the factions closer together and ending the war in favor of another. So lots of foreshadowing, but only time will tell what will become of it. Perhaps I'll make a video detailing theories I have in the future. Maybe I'll even update my Battle for Azeroth theory if it is needed. But until then, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, everybody.